I can still hear the clinking of glasses that night. The soft hum of jazz filling the restaurant. Everyone was smiling, except me. It was my 31st birthday. A night I had hoped would bring warmth, laughter, maybe even a small spark of love back into my marriage. Instead, it became the night everything I knew shattered. My husband, Daniel, sat across from me, calm, almost rehearsed. His mother, Evelyn, the queen of subtle cruelty, sat beside him. She always had a way of turning every celebration into a lesson, a humiliation, a reminder of my place. And then she smiled that perfect, cold smile. She slid a white envelope across the table. "For you, dear," she said sweetly. "From all of us." I remember looking around, Daniel's sister giggling softly, his mother waiting for my reaction, and Daniel, holding his phone up, recording. Recording. Like it was entertainment. I opened the envelope. Inside, divorce papers. Clean. Crisp. Legal. Evelyn's voice echoed across the table, dripping with satisfaction. "Happy birthday, darling. You're finally free of pretending to be part of this family." The air froze. The waiter nearby pretended not to hear. And Daniel, he just kept recording, like it was a prank video. A joke. I could have cried. I could have screamed. But something inside me clicked that night. A strange calm washed over me. So I smiled. I took the pen from Evelyn's manicured fingers, signed the papers right there on the table, and said softly, "Thank you." Then I stood, tucked my hair behind my ear, and walked out. What they didn't know, what none of them knew, was that I had already been planning my exit. 4 months. Daniel and I had been married for 6 years. The first year felt like magic. He was charming, successful, and every bit the man my parents dreamed I'd marry. But once the ring was on my finger, his mother moved in, figuratively, and later, literally. Evelyn was the kind of woman who could make a compliment feel like a wound. "You're so brave for wearing that dress with your figure," she'd say. Or, "You're lucky Daniel's patient. Most men wouldn't tolerate a wife like you." And Daniel, he never defended me. He'd laugh, call it just her way. Soon, her words became his too. They chipped away at me slowly, my confidence, my peace, my smile. I started doubting my worth, my sanity. Until one day, I found messages on his phone. Not just one, but many. Flirtations, pictures, hotel bookings. And one message that burned into my mind forever. "Can't wait until she's gone. Mom says the lawyers can make it clean." That was the moment I stopped being his wife, and started being something else entirely. Silent. Observant. Strategic. I didn't confront him. Not yet. Instead, I gathered everything, texts, financial records, secret accounts, proof of his infidelity. I met with a lawyer, a quiet, sharp woman named Hannah, who listened to my story without pity, only focus. "You have more power than you think," she told me. And for the first time in years, I believed it. So while Daniel thought he was preparing to discard me, I was preparing to walk away richer, freer, and stronger than he'd ever imagine. By the time my birthday came around, I had already moved money into a private account, money I earned from a side business he didn't even know existed. I'd already signed the contract for my new apartment, already filed my own petition for divorce, complete with his infidelity evidence attached. All I needed was closure. And that night at the restaurant, they gave it to me on a silver platter. After I walked out, I didn't cry. I didn't even look back. I went home, packed my essentials, and left the house keys on the kitchen counter. By morning, my lawyer had already sent Daniel's attorney the finalized documents. He was caught completely off guard. But my story wasn't over. Because months later, I was invited to Daniel's mother's annual luxury charity birthday gala. The one event where she flaunted her wealth and social power. The one event Daniel co-hosted every year. At first, I wasn't going to go. But then I thought, maybe it was time they saw who I'd become. 3 months of peace had changed me. I had started my own interior design business, something I'd always dreamed of but never dared. And it was thriving. I had my own place overlooking the city, my own clients, my own laughter again. And on top of that, life had a poetic sense of timing. One of my biggest clients turned out to be the hotel hosting Evelyn's gala. I was handling their luxury renovation project, and was given a special invitation to attend. So I said yes. The night of the gala, The ballroom shimmered with chandeliers and expensive laughter. I walked in wearing a sleek black gown, simple, elegant, powerful. The kind of dress that doesn't need validation. People turned to look. Whispers followed. And when Evelyn saw me, her face froze mid-smile. "Well," she said, her voice tightening, "didn't expect to see you here." I smiled gently. "Oh, I'm actually one of the event's contributors this year." Her eyes flickered in confusion. "Contributors?" "Yes," I said, handing her the event brochure. Page 3. Her gaze dropped to it, there it was. Event design and sponsorship by Clara Hayes Interiors. Her son's ex-wife. For the first time, Evelyn didn't have a comeback. Then Daniel appeared. He looked smaller somehow. The confidence gone, the charm faded. He tried to smirk. "Guess you couldn't stay away, huh?" I tilted my head. "No, Daniel. I'm just here for business." Then, almost casually, I added, "By the way, how's the house? I heard the mortgage doubled since the accounts were frozen." The color drained from his face. He didn't know I knew. But I did. My lawyer had made sure his little financial tricks came to light, his hidden spending, the offshore accounts. All frozen. All seized. All because he thought I'd never fight back. I didn't need to raise my voice. I didn't need to humiliate them. All I needed was grace and truth. The evening continued. When it was time for the charity auction, the host invited the event's silent sponsors to the stage. And there I was, standing under the golden lights, microphone in hand. 3 months ago, I began softly, I received a birthday gift that changed my life. Laughter murmured through the crowd. I thought it was meant to destroy me. But it turned out, it freed me. Evelyn's eyes widened. Daniel shifted uncomfortably. I learned that sometimes the people who try to break you only end up building your strength. And to them. I glanced toward their table. I say, "Thank you." The audience applauded, not knowing the full story. But Evelyn knew. Daniel knew. And that was enough. After the event, people approached me with praise, business cards, and admiration. Evelyn stayed seated, stiff, pretending to check her phone. Daniel left early. As I walked out of the ballroom, the night air felt lighter than ever before. I realized revenge doesn't always need fire or fury. Sometimes, it's just the quiet power of rising higher while they sink into the mess they made. A week later, I received a message. From Daniel. Just 2 words, "I'm sorry." I never replied. Because the woman he filmed signing divorce papers for entertainment isn't the same woman who now walks with purpose, confidence, and peace. That night at the restaurant, he recorded my pain. But tonight, the world saw my power. And that was the sweetest revenge of all.